everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a wonderful Easter long weekend. Joyeux Pâques. And if you didn't celebrate Easter then or Passover or whatever you may have celebrated this weekend, then I hope you at least had a relaxing 4-day weekend that didn't have too much work included. I wanted to quickly go over and show you guys some present tense irregular verb conjugations because that's what we're going to be working on today for our worksheet. So our worksheet is only going to feature, again, 15 questions with the following, our top 7 verbs that are the most common, okay? And I've included devoir at the very bottom because it's not really one of the most popular, but the first page here with avoir, faire, être, vouloir, aller, and pouvoir. These are our most common, most popular used irregular verbs. So most of the worksheet will contain, it'll be 2 from each sections of these, or sorry, 2 or 3 from each of these chunks, and then a couple from devoir as well. So let's get started here. We already know our avoir conjugations because we've had to use them with passé composé. So if we continue with our avoir, we turn into je, turns into j'ai, tu, as, il and elle a, nous avons, vous avez, and il and elle ont. So we recognize all of these from our passé composé grammar unit because we had to use them before another verb that we had to conjugate there. But now this is in our present tense avoir conjugation here. And notice avoir has an IR ending. However, we don't conjugate it using our IS, ISIT, ISS1S, ISSEZ, ISSENT. We conjugate it in a completely different way that looks really, really different. So all these verbs that are the most common here are going to be verbs that conjugate in a really, really different way that don't follow the same ER, RE, and IR endings that we've been working on so far, okay? So that's avoir for you. We also know être because être is also part of our passé composé unit. So we have je suis, tu es, il and elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, and il and elles sont. Okay, so these are our être conjugations and our avoir conjugations, which are our auxiliary conjugations when we were using passé composé, but now we're just using them all on their own for le présent. So, for example, if I wanted to say j'ai un stylo, I would say j'ai un stylo. Tu as un stylo. So I'm not saying anymore I had, so I wouldn't be saying j'ai eu un stylo. Just one verb this time in present tense. Super easy. So j'ai un stylo. J'ai mon téléphone. Ils ont des crayons. Vous avez un ordinateur. Des choses comme ça. Okay? And same thing for être. I would say je suis un enseignant. Vous êtes des élèves. Ils sont des rappeurs. Nous sommes des gens, par exemple. Okay? So that's how we're using it. So only one verb for that's sandwiched between your subject, your verb, and then something to go with the verb, okay? Next, aller. Aller means to go somewhere. So I can also write these things in here. We already know what avoir and être mean, but aller means to go. So the way that we conjugate aller is very different. It doesn't even really look like a lot of what the verb looks like at all. So first we begin with je vais, weird. Tu vas, and il and elle va. This will also be super helpful when we're talking about futur proche. In our next grammar section, I will be needing to use aller a lot for futur proche, and then we'll switch it around a little bit for futur simple, which will be our main focus. But for now, this is just aller present tense, one verb at a time. We have nous allons, vous allez, and il and elles vont. Okay, so aller starts with a V for most of the conjugations here, which is kind of strange, but that's just what the French have decided to do. So this would be, for example, like I'm saying, I am going to the mall. Je vais au shopping, or je vais au parc. I'm going to go to the park with my dog. Tu vas aux toilettes. You want to go to the toilet, or you go to the toilet. Nous allons dans une chambre. We are going to a room. Okay, stuff like that. Next, we have faire. Faire means to do or to make. So for faire, a lot of the conjugations are pretty straightforward and similar. Let's get to it. So we have je fais with an S, tu fais also with an S, and il and elle fait this time with a T. Nous faisons, only one S. Vous faites. And il and elle font. Okay? So notice all of these il and elle here. We have il and elle ont, il and elle sont, il and elle vont, il and elle font. All the plurals and with that ONT there. Okay? So we have kind of a pattern that goes on, especially between the last three, the nous, vous, and il and elle, pluriel. We have the ONS, EZ, and ONT that's kind of the same for all of them, except for an être. Okay, let's keep going with vouloir. Vouloir, again, is very different for the endings. Doesn't really follow what's going on here, but vouloir and pouvoir follow very similar rules. Same with devoir. So for vouloir means to want. Okay, so for example, if I'm saying I want some water, je veux du l'eau, then I would say je veux. Tu veux un crayon, you want a pencil. Il and elle veut with a T. So the first two, je and tu, have an X, and il and elle, singular, have a T at the end. Then we have nous voulons, vous voulez, and il and elle, this is a little bit tricky, veulent. Okay, so they want. Ils veulent des crayons. Elles veulent des bonbons. Nous voulons de l'eau. Il veut un chien. Tu veux une chatte. Okay, des choses comme ça. Okay, so this is something that you want. Pouvoir, again, is very similar to those endings. Let's take a look at how. So the first one's same structure. Veut and peut, same idea. So je peux, tu peux is also with an X. And il and elle, peut with a T. Then same structure again. Nous pouvons. Vous pouvez. And il and elle peuvent. So yeah, this, I forgot to mention, this verb means to be able to. Okay, so I can do something. Je peux faire des notes. Tu peux écouter la lecture. Nous pouvons essayer les activités. Okay, stuff like that. And then devoir means to have to or must. Like I must do something, okay? So we have here je dois. This is kind of similar to faire and how it conjugates at the end. Tu dois and il and elle doit. Nous devons. Vous devez. And il and elle doivent. That's a tricky one at the end too. So, for example, we have tu dois faire la lessive. You have to do the laundry. Nous devons nettoyer. We have to clean. Vous devez écrire les notes. You have to take notes. Okay, stuff like that. So these are our top 7 most common verbs and how they conjugate. So look to the worksheet attached and you can get started on that. Wonderful. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. See you later.